Alright, people had technical difficulties. So, I know there's not too many people in here right now. I assume you can hear me. Got some topics to talk about, but I'm waiting for some people to get in here. Took a while for this thing to actually work. So, we'll see who joins and who comes along the way. I think there's at least one person in here, maybe, or a lurker. I don't know. We'll find out. But, anywho, I'll talk about some stuff here in a minute. Let's just wait and see, people. Wait and see. This is connected to chat. I hope I'm on the right frequency. I don't know. Let's find out. I know it's connected live. Googly moogly. Somebody's got to be here. Somebody's got to say something. Y'all type in something. At least I can see you're here. Or however you communicate and chat. I'm not sure I did the right thing software related. So, I'm not sure if y'all are seeing anything at all. I don't know. Well, hey Bob. I hope it's live or alive. There we go. We get some people joining now. Yeah, I know, and I don't know how to cancel the other one. I'm an idiot. I accidentally did that because I'm an idiot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know. Hey Pam. Maybe I need to go in there and try to figure out how to cancel the other one. Is this thing going on in 2 different streams at the same time? I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, great. Oh, boy, I screwed the pooch on this one. I don't know. I think that... 2 different streams. Well, I guess the live one... I don't know. Oh, my God. Oh, there are 2 different ones. Oh my goodness. Y'all give me a minute. See if I can figure out how to cancel the other one. And figure out which one we're in. Oh my goodness. Hang on. What the hell, man? What the hell? Okay. I don't know. Maybe I canceled the right stream. Maybe I didn't. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh my goodness. Woo. Woo. Yeah, Chris, man. Brother, technology, I'm 50. It just eludes me. And I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so anywho, if any of y'all have watched the recent video of the crash tank, this was a crash tank. So yeah, hi Pam, Chris, Bob, anybody watching. We have recovered. What's that in the back, you ask? Oh my goodness. It's pantyhose and I can't get it to the sink. I put carbon in there to make sure I cleared out whatever. Somebody suggested what I didn't have in there before was that long tube. And my God, when I squeeze that sponge out, the problem is these sponges, I like coarse ones. Apparently it's a very, very fine one. Wasn't enough oxygen flow. I believe it was killed off most of my fish. Now, I'm not trying to plug this, people. Not trying to plug it at all. Don't even worry with the Fancytailaquatics crap. But anyway, if you can get carbon and zeolite, ammonia remover, that's some good stuff to have. So if any of y'all watched the video all the way through, you'll know they've recovered. Obviously, you're looking at them. The sad part is, I lost a ton of females. And as any of y'all know, if you sell trios, you know, a fish, well, you got to have 2 females. So, and then the problem is, if you sell more females off, all the males are going to go in there and beat up the females. You know, trying to vie for their love, if you will. Yeah, I think I finally got the right one. But anywho, I'm not going to carry this long at all. I got some topics I wanted to talk about, but I did recover, and I just believe it's simply, you see the bubbler there? I simply believe, because it was barely funneling, I had probably 50 more fish in there. Oxygen starvation is the conclusion I reach into. If y'all hadn't seen the video of the fish tank crash, and a lot of you probably didn't watch it all the way through anyway, it was 20 minutes long, I was shocked. But I lost a ton of fish. And that light bulb, that's not the light bulb that I want in there, but I dropped the freaking lamp on the floor, you know. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're just kind of moving on. That tank's doing pretty good, but you see that filter down there? Yeah, that needs a good cleaning too. And that's next on the list. I did massive water changes in both tanks. And we'll kind of move in here. A little bit more lighted, if you will. That tank is coming along. I'm not going to show you the tank below there. The reason being, it's an unboxing tank. And it's going to be some of the coolest fish I've ever seen in the hobby. I'll give you a hint. If you're into albino types. If you're not, you won't think it's cool. Yeah, thanks, Tony. Yeah, it scared me to death, man, when that tank crashed. The reason being, that's one of my moneymaker tanks. And the only thing that got me through it was after it was said and done, I was like, well, at least I don't have to worry about taking too many males to the the pet store, you know, to get rid of. Which is not funny at all, but the thing is, I don't want to see any fish die, and you all don't either. You know, hey, Mr. B, how you doing, buddy? It was a horrible, horrible experience, and like I say, I believe it was simply, because if you look in the back, that water is barely tinkling there, where now we got full-on flow over there. Okay? So, I think with a lot of fish, I've been doing this since 2010, I believe. I've never had it happen before. So, I've got a lot of sponges I'm going to have to rinse out and do all the, you know, get rid of everything and blah, blah, blah. I want to show you the tank below there, but I can't. There'll be an unboxing coming soon. And, even with videos like this, that's a 20-gallon tall. Those others are, well, no, they're 20s. You know, it's not so much, you know, I did a thing last night that it's one thing to become complacent, you know, period. Where you think you know everything. It's another thing to understand why things happen. But anywho, yeah, those guys should be alright. They're not getting as big as I want them to for sale this year. But anyway, let me reach down, and again, I'm not going to be on here very long. Yeah, I need a linear pump, honestly. I mean, honestly. Look at that. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. You know, I hear you. And I've been thinking about it and thinking about it. The only thing is the noise level and this and that. But it will maybe soon become a very fixture. I'm still trying to get these guys to grow out. And they are neat looking. They really are. That guy's got some red in him. The rest are albinos with red eyes. I call them albino Isis. But, you know, I don't know. I've been fighting to keep these guys going. You know, at one point I had about, 10. And I lost a lot of the adults. So I'm doing a lot of water changes. There is 2 bristlenose plecos in there. That explains the caves. They don't use them. I believe they're both female, though. So, you know, hey, Kendall, from Otter Creek. Otter Creek? I say creek. But anyway, let me get on to some subjects here that affect a lot of us, honestly. And I hate mentioning this. Yeah, oh man, a 70s. I have a 70s refrigerator out in the garage. Matter of fact, I have 2 refrigerators, a deep freezer, and then a bunch of mini refrigerators. So I hear ya. These are kind of. I'll shut up. They're not bad. I mean, you hear a little bit, but honestly, who needs all that? Look at that. Googly freaking moogly. I don't know. But anyway, I don't want to mention this much, but let's talk about the coronavirus in the fish industry. I'm not going to get into this hardly at all. Okay? Hardly at all. Here is my opinion, and I've seen other videos by other fish keepers that are much more concerned than I am, especially in the Washington area, other areas, shall we say. I don't think it's as big as a deal as everybody's making it out to be, but then again, what do I know? But, let's say it is. How does it affect fish people like me? Well, for starters, there you go, there's a plug of my foods. For starters, if people are quarantined and they have to work at home, or restaurant workers, or this or that, you know, can't go to work because they get paid, a small pension, and then they rely upon tips, and blah, 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 and they're fish keepers, that affects my bottom line, okay? Just like the stock market and everything else. Because if people, you know, I tend to try to sell premium foods, you know, but if people cannot, you know, they're going to. I went to Kroger's the other day, and if any of y'all, Kroger's is probably like a Winn-Dixie, a Piggly Wiggly, whatever an Audi, whatever you got in your freaking area, Googly, Miggly. it's, yeah, cichlids. I got cichlid food now. Need to buy some, baby. I got it over there. Yeah, there you go, on the very bottom in the purple, cichlid flakes. But anyway, I went to Kroger's the other day to grab some adult beverages. That's all I'll say. And oh my goodness, people, there were. Thank goodness I only bought like a case of adult beverages, and I could check myself out. Everybody had toilet paper and freaking hand sanitizers and everything. Because I looked in all the carts, and I was like, really? Is that where we've gotten to? Is it that bad? You know, maybe, maybe not. But the problem is, again, with people not, working from home, they're fine. But if you're not working from home and they kind of told you to, self-quarantine, I mean, how many people can honestly, what is it, 60, 70% of the U.S. is probably paycheck to paycheck? I mean, that might be, overstating it, but if they're paycheck to paycheck and they've got some fish, then how they're going to feed their fish if they're not getting money in to feed the fish? So it's going to end up affecting a lot of us for the short term. But anyway, I'm not sticking on that. Gathering bands. Alright, select. Hey, Twin City, how you doing, buddy? Everybody knows King Lee. I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, you got to have toilet paper. But here's my other thing. If everybody is going to the markets, to fight for food and fight for toilet papers and all these other things, are you not gathering everybody in a masses to begin with? I could have a very extremely unpopular opinion that let it spread, let everyone that gets it, and then if you recover, you're immune to it. That's a horrible way to go about it. But then again, we've canceled every sports, and I believe quarantining is one of the best ways to go. But again, if you got people huddling in the masses in the markets trying to buy everything, I'm not sure how that helps. That helps anything, because you're kind of defeating the purpose you started, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. I'm no freaking perfect person. Worst case, hopefully you got paper towels. Ouch! I don't know. What do I know? Again, this is not going to be very long, but that was just one little topic I wanted to hit on. I don't know if the country is overblowing it or we're just not understanding the full extent of what this could be. Okay, I've seen a lot of news reports. I'm not going to keep going there. Well, you can't close the freaking stores because then rioting's going to occur. People are going to break into shops. I mean, you got to have toilet paper. You got to have milk. You got to have something. I guess you could drink water out of the tap, but I don't know. And I'm good to go for water-wise. Let's say shut down the water supply. I mean, I got 33 gallons, man. But I don't know. I'm not going to get into this because a lot of places got demonetized. Okay, let's go ahead. We've already covered the tank crash. And again, if any of y'all relate to the story, this is 4 days later. A decent majority was saved, okay, from my massive tank crash. Now look at the water flow there, people. I believe because it was trickling and nothing else has changed. I've not added the fish in here in 2 freaking years. Okay? Just too much of a bio load, not enough water changes. Me being a bad fish daddy. Yeah, I watched people talk about John Campbell. I have not seen him. But I don't know. You know? I don't know. But enough. Let's quit talking about that stuff because it really doesn't help anything. All right. Another thing I want to talk about is how do you all deal? A lot of you, like Pam and Bob and King Lee and others, how do y'all deal with haters? And I'm not talking about haters per se, because I'm talking about these haters that you ban from your channel or ban from whatever, but yet they come back in an alternate personality. And they downvote every freaking video you do, no matter what it is. And you know it's them. You know, does that bother any of y'all? I mean, it really doesn't. And some of my haters simply came from because maybe we had a text message or a phone call, and I didn't have a certain fish available to them. Or I said, it is winter, I'm not shipping. Well, I need you to ship five trios of this, I'll pay you X amount. No, that sounds like a scam in my head. No, that's not going to happen. Now these guys follow you no matter what channel you're doing, no matter how you ban them. They create alternative names and then keep doing the same thing. You know, I mean, my goodness, people, it's just, I think it's silly. Like, when I had time to follow somebody that quote-unquote I didn't like, and then automatically go to every video they've ever did, their Facebook, or anything else they've ever done, thumbs down, try to make a message. If I find out I'm banned, I'll create a new identity and do the same damn thing. I hate these freaking people. You're right, King Lee. But I mean, I guess all of you all face these people. It's just irritating at best. You know? It really is, man. It really is. Cichlid23, you don't have any subs? I need to check into you, buddy. Well, do you have any videos? I'm not sure. I've seen your name around a long time. I thought I was a sub to you. Hey, D, how you doing? How's Canada going? Mild winter or heavy winter? You know, I don't know. It's been extremely mild. For the first time I can remember in Louisville, Kentucky, I don't think we had more than a dusting of snow ever. It's been very, very warm here. Outrageously freaking warm. So, you know, again, what do I know, man? What do I know? Alright, well, keep pushing this. Again, I don't want to keep going too much further. Yeah, I thought he had quite a few. Sickles23 had quite a few. I just can't see it from here. I thought he did. He's a player, baby. Uh-oh, I'm caught. There we go. Let's just move on to... Oh, this tank, by the way, they had blue, purple Moscow, or blue Hawaiian blues originally from Luke Roebuck, right? And they were losing color. So I decided to throw in some purple Moscows from the best purple Moscows I could find in that tank. And I'm probably going to screw the line up, but I can't find anybody else's with Luke Roebuck's, Hawaiian blues. I'm going to see what they breed into. I think they're starting to look pretty cool. Snowing? Pam, aren't you in Pennsylvania or something? Maybe? Oh my goodness, D. Well, I guess in Kentucky we escaped it. We escaped it all. Wow. Well, googly moogly, what do I know? I need to shut up about thinking I know anything around the United States and Canada. Wyoming. Okay, Wyoming. Okay. Woo! But anyway, I think those guys are kind of looking cool. They're just going to be hybrids. What are you people, what is anybody doing with that toilet paper? Seriously. Are we going back to caveman days where you use a hand? I mean, or paper towels? I mean, is people really that sold out of toilet paper? And I expected Canada to be the least concerned of storming the freaking markets. You know, I don't really... Or is it because of the snowstorm? Hey, Adesha. Adesha? I always mispronounce your name. Yeah, it's kind of like here, you know, every 4 years, 5 years, there's 4 inches of snow coming. Come on, people. This is Louisville, Kentucky. We've got multiple equipment to move to 4 inches. You go to, you know, the first thing I do is I go for beer, but everybody else is eggs and bread and blah, 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 you know, and soup, things, you know, peanut butter. You know, I mean, come on. You know, is everything always the end of the world every time any blight occurs? You know, what do I know? I don't know. Cut up the old shirts and take showers. Well, you know, again, I don't know. You're going to order on Amazon. I don't even want to know how those work. I've been to, I spent 6 weeks in India at one point. Or no, I take it back. That's a lie. 4 weeks in India on a business trip. And they actually kind of have them. But man, they have a lot worse, people. In the airport that I went through, and I believe it was Mumbai maybe, there was and some other places, there was one hole in the floor. So apparently you squat, you do whatever, and they had a shower hose hooked up on a spigot. I'm thinking, everybody that's turned that spigot on, yeah, I'm not doing my business here. Just, none about this seems right at all, you know. But, you know, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Yeah, Paducah. Yeah, Leslie, you can definitely get some stuff kicking. But, you know, I don't really know. There's kind of a mixed tank there of all my mutts I've done over the years. And a lot of them are pretty. A lot of y'all have seen those types. You certainly won't see them in a pet store. That I can promise. Just different kinds of mutts. But, I don't know. I don't know if we're panicking too much or maybe too little. You know, that's all I know. Okay? Alright, where are we at on time here, people? 8:31. Okay, we're not doing bad. We touched on everything else, kind of. And y'all talk amongst yourselves. No problem. I love it. Those fish are kind of cool, man. You gotta admit, there's some neat hybrids. And at one time, they were all pure breeds. You know, at one time. And I throw them in mutt tanks, kind of like the guy at the bottom with the little yellow tail down there. He probably was part of a half-black, kind of like one of those. And got a yellow tail along the way, and I don't know. Who knows what's going on with them? There's purples and every freaking thing else in there. So who knows? And last thing I want to talk about, how many of you all that are sellers of fish, and maybe none of you are, you know, maybe none that sell fish like I do, or try to, or raise them up. And the only reason I don't show the lower tanks, people, this thing is impossible. There's more mutt tanks down there, and more mutt tanks. This thing's just impossible to raise them lower. And I know it gets boring looking at the same crap over and over and over. Well, anytime you want to. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. You want to come down here, you can grab any mutts you want for free. That much I'll tell you. If you want me to ship them to you, the problem with shipping these guys is you'd have to pay for the shipping cost, but I can only fit X amount in a bag before they, get, you know what I'm saying? I put Prime in there, I put Stress Guard, but I typically don't like to put more than 3 to 4 fish per bag, and I can only ship about 3 bags in a medium rate box, so you're talking about 12 fish. If that's all you wanted, and you wanted to pay the shipping cost, I believe my shipping cost is $12.60. Of course, I'd like to make a couple dollars off of it. We can call it an even 20, or whatever. I'd be happy to ship any of those guys to you. Now, here's what happens every freaking time, though. Mammoth Cave, yeah, it's an awesome place. The problem is every time I offer these type of things, everybody says, "Well, I want to see a closer video so I can nitpick on which ones you pick." No. You get a scoop, man. I'll give you females if you want them. I'll give you males if you want them. That's all I can do. But otherwise, these guys just grow out their lives in these type of tanks. Just like those tanks down there. Those are mutt tanks as well. That one down there is not. I just can't get the camera down there. I'm trying to regrow the blue deltas in that tank. Kind of go from there. But anywho, let's see, where was it? Here's my biggest thing, and again, if none of y'all really sell fish or breed them or whatever, and I get this question all the time, especially since I launched the Fancytailaquatics website. It's basically an opening page, people. There's not a lot of information on there, just, some fish that you can see, and blah, blah, blah. These guys will be for sale this year. Yeah, those are the blue metalheads. And they're still going along strong. They'll be for sale this year. I get 4 or 5, 6 different emails a day. What type of fish do you have available? What type of fish are you selling? Right now, none. People, it's still freaking technically winter. I don't like using heat pads. I generally only sell January, March, April, May through October. It's generally the only time I sell. And then what I do is after that, I simply just let them breed out. Which I was doing on the half-black reds, and they tank crapped out on me. Leslie, honestly, I got bristle noses too. Twin City, brother, we can work something out. We can work something. Originally, that line there was from Twin City Guppies. It's been going, 3 years now? That's King Lee from Twin City. How do I remember all the names? Honestly, I have them written down on a piece of paper. I don't have it in here with me now. But yeah, at one point there were the red albinos and the purple Moscows, which is one you see right there at the bottom. Half black platinum pastels is kind of the guys with the white tails that are half black. Blah, blah, blah. Some of them I don't really remember. I gotta get out a piece of paper to remind myself. Because every time I buy a fish from anybody, whether it's King Lee, there's a plug, Twin City, or whether it's anybody else, I write down exactly who I bought them from, the date and the time, the name that they told me, okay? Now, you could probably call these guys a lot of things, these guys. But he called them blue metalheads, and that's what they are. To me, they're blue metalheads. And so I stick with the name. Sometimes a name, I make it up. Like these guys were not sold to me as a name per se. There they go. I call them ice platinums. And there's the male at the top. Well, maybe he'll come down. He's nowhere looking like an ice, but he was the original father of all these. Yeah, there he is. He has blue, red. Kind of a red delta snakehead or metalhead type trait. But I'm going to call these platinum ices. ICES. As long as they continue to breed true, that's what I'm going to call them. So, I have no freaking... Who knows, man? Who freaking knows, right? So, I don't know. Now I've lost my train of thought. I don't even remember what I was talking about. But anywho, it doesn't matter. That's the beauty about this conversation. It goes anywhere and everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. Large sharks in the Ohio River from the Mississippi, from the Gulf. What part of the Ohio, man? Because I lived here all my life, and off and on in Louisville, Kentucky, and we are bordered by the Ohio, and I've never seen a report of a shark in there, although I do know they go up to Mississippi. I'm a scuba diver, but I don't swim near mouths of rivers when I go to the ocean, because bull sharks kind of worry me a little bit, but sure, it's possible. Yeah, the guppy grass, man. I'm telling you people, I saw somebody the other night, I commented on a post on somebody's live video. I said the three slowest growers I've got is Java moss, okay, and hornwort seems to be okay, Java fern, but man, even my hornwort, and these are 6,500 watt plant CFLs, okay? It just doesn't grow that quick, really. Now I got to remove some algae out of here, I know that. That's already had a water change, and these are another one I got to do the sponge filters. But man, I have a better time growing Java moss and everything else, but certain tanks like this, the guppy grass takes off. But certain tanks it doesn't. Like this tank. Okay? It just doesn't take off. That's been in there. Okay, here you go. Now, I did sell some off to a local guy. Okay? But it wasn't a whole lot. That's been in there 6 months. Where another tank like that, about the same, 6 months. But it's not really taken off for me. So, either you people have histories or stories, or you're fertilizing. I never fertilize other than water changes. And I don't keep the lights on more than 12 hours a day if I can help it. It's usually 12 on, 12 off. Usually, realistically, it's more 10 on, 14 off. That makes sense? Realistically. So, I have no idea, man. Some of the easiest things people say to grow, I can't grow. some of the hardest things to, like if I showed you the upstairs tank, it's full of Java moss. I mean, it's a 29-gallon from bottom to top, but it took years and years to grow it. And I even use this stuff, man. I'm not afraid of plugging somebody else's items. Alright? But I've never noticed a huge difference using this, honestly. Never noticed a huge difference. So, the Kingly, they're 65, hang on. Alright. There you go. That's what I use. Daylight Deluxe bulbs, 100-watt replacements, but, hang on a second. There you go. 6500K. And it's 1600 lumens. That's what I like to use, and I've seen a pretty good growth over time. But I don't know. That's what I use. Now, keep in mind, these are desktop lights, right? They're not, nothing special. I mean, you get them at Walmart for, I don't know, what, $6, $7, $8. But I noticed a great growth increase when I moved to these from Philips. 100-watt replacements. Only using 23 watts, so even, 23 watts are fine in these things. That's what I use. Y'all can PM me or tell me different or whatever, something else cheaper you like to use. I mean, I am literally not going to spend hundreds of dollars, man, to get LEDs across. No, I'm not doing that. Because I don't need to. These are all low-level plants. So, I'll just kind of let that go there, baby. So, let's see, was I done with the subject? Oh yeah. Something about what fish are you selling? I never know, people. If these guys take off in a growth thing, again, I don't want to show you that. There's a sneak peek. That's all I can tell you. That's coming out in a video next week. There are some cool fish I got. That's all I'm going to tell you. If those take off in a growth spurt, I think I make some money off them. But what fish are you selling, man? That's what I always get. And I'm always like, I don't know. Just like, when that tank crashed, brother. What if I lost every fish in there? Well, I wouldn't have any half-black reds anymore. It's as simple as that. These guys, eventually this year, I'm going to do what I call a 6-pack male guppy pack. Yeah, try saying that 8 times backwards. 6 male guppy pack. That way, it'll be kind of for people who don't really want to have any more fish, but they know they can keep 6 males, in a 10-gallon tank that have pretty colors. And I can cull them from, the tanks below and all that crap. So, I don't know. We'll go from there. When am I shipping? Again, I probably already said that. Typically, I'm in April through mid to late November. The only thing I look for, people, when I'm shipping is across the United States, if the average low, no matter across the United States, is 50 degrees, then I'm shipping without heat packs. No problem there. No problem whatsoever. Because when they arrive on your porches, it won't be 50 degrees in the afternoon. I'm not worried about losing them. And I get about 6 months to 7 months out of the year on that. So, but anyway, I don't know if any mods are on here, but anyway, order my foods if you're in the U.S. I don't ship to Hawaii, I don't ship to Alaska, I don't ship to Canada. I'm not sure about the territories, but got all kinds of neat little foods in. I'm going to do a video update of that here soon anyway. But anywho, hey Chevy, how you doing? I was about to wrap it up, killer. But anyway, I really, I'm going to cut y'all short. I think somebody comes on live here in I don't know, 13 minutes after me. But I really, really, really appreciate all your time and you listen to my BS and all that stuff. And hopefully I covered a few subjects for you. Maybe answered a question or two. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to get ready to wrap this up. There's old Ginger, if y'all remember her from previous videos. There is a link below, man. I can really, really use a viewer count, people. So, if I can beg and plead, when y'all go to bed tonight, just, I have go to Fancytailaquatics, go to playlist, and you'll see one with like 200 videos, okay? Just simply turn the volume off, hit play, and just let it go through to help me get some views. Because, man, I'm going to probably hit 1,000 subs here in the next few months, but my goodness, the watch time, you need 4,000 hours, I'm at 2,500 or something hours. I could really, really use the hours. I like to get monetized so I can start doing a whole lot more. Honestly, it would help me out. But anyway, that's it, baby. I'm just going to go ahead and jump off here. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all watching. I certainly love each and every one of y'all. King Lee, hit me up if you really want those fish back. Otherwise, you might have some cool things for me, and vice versa. Any of you all that you got some cool fish that you think that I might want to breed, I've got more tanks to put in. I just don't have a place to put them yet. I'm always looking for something new, exciting, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have to watch him. That's the guy in Seattle, isn't it? Jeff. All right. I have to watch it. Well, I want to thank each and every one of y'all. I love you. Thanks again for supporting me, watching. Hit me on Fancytailaquatics at yahoo.com if you want some discounted rates on fish food. Otherwise, there'll be an eBay link below. I can save you some money. All right? And y'all help me. I help you by getting more fish. I'll have an unboxing coming out on maybe Monday or Tuesday. I've had to fish for about 3 weeks. But y'all know how it is. You film a lot of videos ahead of time. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm jumping off here. I really appreciate everything. Later. Thank you very much. Y'all hang tight. Later. Uh-oh. I always do this.